So, Kordell and I were talking when we were getting dibs, and he asked me what my YouTube video was about, and I thought it was a prime opportunity to share with him and you guys what it was about. So we're just going to have a casual conversation and figure out what all the YouTube stuff's about. So here we go. All right. So the thing that I've struggled with a lot in recent history, especially the last year or so, is that there's so many things you're supposed to do, right? You're supposed to eat healthy. You're not supposed to eat dibs. You're supposed to work out. You're supposed to do back and buys, and then you're supposed to do legs, and then you're supposed to eat greens. Well, then do you have solid greens or the green smoothie? Well, then how do you balance the green smoothie and the solid greens with your workout while you're trying to make money to reach your financial goals and do all these crazy things, right?
Yeah.
And you want a diesel.
Very much so.
Yeah, and I want a diesel. So
we want to be diesel bros.
We want to be diesel bros. And how do you get that diesel while not spending too much time working out, because you also want to be fit?
Yeah.
And financially stable and build a better future. Well, then when it comes to building a better future, do you invest in a Roth IRA? Do you build a business? Do you invest in an IRA? What do you do, right?
Yeah, I'm completely lost.
So I was listening to a guy named Ryan Daniel Moran, and I'm totally stealing this from him, so if he finds out, I don't know if he can sue me or not, probably, but whatever. And it's called the TRIBE5, and TRIBE5 stands for T is time, R is relationships, I is income, B is body, E is expansion. And those are the 5 areas that we spend most of our time, right? Yeah. Those are where we set most of our goals. That's what we do most of the time. And then it kind of piggybacks off a recent book. It's called The One Thing by Gary Keller. Definitely suggest reading that. And that goes into detail on the Pareto principle and all sorts of other things, which is pretty much the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time you wear 20% of your clothes. Just kind of that whole deal. And it's also based off of a psychology dude who I don't remember his name, but he has a lot of scientific studies based that any goal longer than 90 days is too abstract for our minds to comprehend. So 5-year goals, 10-year goals, we can set them and kind of think what we want it to look like, but the fact of the matter is our brains can't process that much. So it's all based off of a 90-day goal in each one of those categories, TRIBE, TRIBE 5. And that is, that's the that's basics, right? He's totally drinking a Arizona iced tea right now while we're talking about being fit and healthy and stuff while eating dibs. So
it's green tea though.
Whatever.
Let's look at the sugar content real quick.
What is it? 17 grams.
17
How many
grams.
calories? Or how many? 2 servings. Dude, that's 34 grams of sugar before bed. Plus 22 in this thing.
Then whatever's in here.
There shouldn't be that many in that.
It's actually not too bad.
No, it's just
carbs
fake.
is kind of low.
So
protein.
Protein. So, anyways, time is where do you want to experience the most time freedom in 90 days? So I've tried doing this whole TRIBE5 deal a couple times, and I've totally failed miserably, 100%. It was awful. So this is kind of my go at it again. And where it was before was Facebook. I'd always be on my phone checking Facebook. And when I was in a mastermind group, there was one guy, his time was spent watching TV.
Yeah.
I know one guy, his time was spent watching basketball. Or now my time, I find myself spending a lot of time on Craigslist looking at cars, right? So
yeah, you and Craigslist, man.
Yes, me and Craigslist. And so that's me. So T is I need to not be on Craigslist so much.
Yeah, that's starting to rub off on me too. So
I'll help you out.
At the dinner table on Craigslist.
So, and then R is what is relationships? So what and how do you better your relationship with who? So, for example, like if you're having, if people are having marital issues, what's the one thing a husband could do to improve his relationship with his wife? What is one thing a wife can do to improve her relationship with her husband? I know one guy, his goal was to, every Sunday he wanted to go out and play football with some buddies. So every day he would shoot an appreciation text to one of his guy friends in the area, just saying, hey, you said this the other day, I really appreciate it, this is what I've done, based off of what you said, what you did, whatever, just expressing genuine appreciation for them. And mine is, I do have a very healthy relationship with Kat, which is super awesome. Pretty healthy relationships with friends and family and everything. So mine is with God. So my goal is to at the end of this, look back, and for 30 days straight, I want to be able to say that I've read the Bible and prayed every day for the last 30 days. Right? That's my goal.
That's a good goal.
So income's a little more abstract for me because mine is based off starting a business. And the biggest reason I want to start a business is because based off of my job now, which is very service oriented, if something happens to me, I'll have supplementary income coming in to provide for me. So it's just kind of secondary income for insurance.
Yeah.
I guess you could say it that way. So my 90-day goal, my business ideas are based around software. So it kind of involves a process, but it's to have what they call an MVP, a minimum viable product, in order to start marketing and selling it to my customer base.
Yeah.
So that's my 90-day goal. My body goal is to just have a strong foundation for lifting. Be flexible and have a strong core, which is, abs, and then all these abs and all those abs and the abs we don't even know about. All those core stuff. And then expansion is a little weird. You hear that and you're like, well, what is that?
Yeah.
But expansion is more on your mind. So for a good example is, there's a millionaire, Ryan Daniel Moran, actually. He can see the $10 million mark. He can build a business and see how he can make $10 million in a year.
I just want to make 10,000.
Yeah, so we can work with that. So his goal with expansion is to see the $1 billion path. What kind of systems, what kind of processes, what kind of skills, what kind of people, all these things that involve the $1 billion path. How do I see that? That was his goal.
Yeah.
My goal with expansion is to learn how to start, run, and operate efficiently a software company from start to finish, from idea extraction to running it and the ins and outs of everything. And so those are the 90-day goals. And then goals are reached by your daily activity, right?
Yeah.
So if we eat a 320 calorie dips container every single night that tastes awesome, probably not going to have the nicest body in 90 days, right? If we go out and spend all our money on dips containers, probably not going to have the nicest bank account. If we spend all our times on Craigslist, we're probably going to end up buying stuff, not have the nicest bank account, and not be spending time with people and doing the things we want to do, like making super cool GoPro videos. So those daily goals, I totally lost my train of thought. Those 90-day goals are backed with daily activity. So what's the one thing that you can do every single day in those 5 categories in order to reach that 90-day goal? Right? Yeah. So with my time, it's Craigslist. And for me, if I'm going to go onto a website, I'm going to go on it, and I'm unlimited. But if I'm not going to do it, I'm not going to do it, period. Right? So my personal daily goal is no Craigslist, period. Okay?
Okay.
So if I go on to Craigslist, I don't get my T point for the day. Okay? My R, my relationships, is 15 minutes of reading and 15 minutes of prayer. If I don't do that, I don't get my R point for the day. Income is going to be, that kind of changes daily for 90 days because, some days you're going to have to call people, some days you're going to have to write emails. So that's going to change as I go, but starting out, right now I'm kind of finishing up the process of selling I have 2 vehicles, selling those, and then getting a lesser expensive vehicle and saving up and buying a travel trailer. So that's kind of my goal, is to move into the travel trailer, mostly for work and for fun, to travel. And and once that's done, then I'll reach out to my customer base, my market, and start doing idea extraction. And when that happens, I'll update you guys, and it'll be awesome. As far as body goes, I have a mobility dude. His name is Kelly Starrett, K-Star, CrossFit People. You've definitely heard of him. He's awesome. Check him out if you haven't. And because I have terrible hip mobility, shoulder mobility, my body's all mobility that it's not there. So I'm gonna spend about 30 minutes stretching and then about 15 to 30 minutes working out. Okay? And my workout every single day for the next 90 days is going to be a body weight or super lightweight workout and core. It's going to work on core. It's going to work on building the foundation. It's going to be working on the squat form. It's going to be working on the forms in order to get ready for powerlifting. So that's my 90-day every day. And then my E is going to be, I follow a thing called the foundation, and the guy's name is Dean Maxwell, and that is entirely start to finish how to do a software product. From the mindset you have to have going into it, the mindset you got to have during it, from the ups and the downs to idea extraction to all these super cool, super ninja, as he likes to say, tactics to run the company. So those are my 90-day goals, or my daily activities, and then the general the general advice for each one of those is for your time. If you don't meditate, which mine is going to be prayer instead of meditation. If you don't meditate, do 10 minutes of meditation a day. All the millionaires do it, all the billionaires, super successful people do it. And it's just to ground yourself, because we have so many things pulling us each way.
Right. Ground
Ground yourself and do that meditation every day. As far as R goes, if you don't have something, do an appreciation text every day to somebody. It could be your mom, it could be your sister, it could be the dude you met last week, it could be a girl you met last week, whoever. Just say, hey, I appreciate you for whatever. Or give them a call, or do something just super quick and just build those relationships. As far as I goes, it's going to be the one thing for work, or if you're working on a business, or flipping cars, whatever it is, whatever that one thing is, and that's your own personal deal. That's going to be the one thing you get done every day. As far as body goes, if you don't have a specific goal in mind, 1 serving of vegetables. That's it. Get your 1 serving of vegetables in every day. As far as E goes, if you don't have a specific goal, read 10 pages of a good book. And some good books would be The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson, The One Thing by Gary Keller, Tim Ferriss. I love Tim Ferriss, The 4-Hour Work Week. Super awesome book, super ninja tactics in that. And as corny as the title is, it's not all about being lazy and not working. It's just being efficient with your work and how to go about that. So it's actually a really good book. New York Times bestseller for sure. How to Win Friends and Influence People. Forgot the author on that one. That's a solid 4. So if you need more books, hit me up. Definitely got more. Just can't think of them right now.
Yeah.
So And maybe, I don't know if you'd be open to it, maybe the next couple days you could think of some goals, and then we could do a video. We could do a one-on-one video like, hey, this is what I want to do, this is where I want to go, and we can just work out live what, the steps and processes to reach that Tribe 5, to get it every single day. So that'd be cool. And another one, if you guys want to work out, well, I don't have enough time in the day. 2 minutes of burpees. It'll kick your butt.
Or pyramid push-ups.
Yeah, pyramid push-ups are fun. But 2 minutes of burpees. 2-minute workout will kill you every single day, but you'll have enough energy for the next day and you'll be a little bit sore, and it's the best feeling in the world. So
Definitely.
If your goal is to work out every day because you just want to be more fit or more healthy, 2 minutes of burpees. Huge advocate for it. The Tribe 5 is obviously a perfect 5 is you hit every single daily goal, right? And so in 90 days when you look back and you say, yeah, I reached my goal, you're going to look back and I guarantee you're going to see 5s and 4s. Keeping track of it every single day, you're going to see 5s and 4s. You're going to see the T checked off. You're going to see the R checked off. You're going to see the I checked off. The B and the E, they're all going to be checked off. And you're going to get a 4 or 5. That would be a 5 for that day. Where a 4 would be, you did 4 of the items, but not the 5th one. Okay, but improve it tomorrow, right? But if we're doing this together, and at the end of 90 days, I post a YouTube video saying, dude, I didn't make my goal. And you say, well, Matt, let me see your Tribe 5 log. I don't want to talk about that. And you're like, Matt, let me see your Tribe 5 log, right? And I'm like, dang it. And you're going to see for a week, I probably didn't even write them down. There's a problem. I don't even have time to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? I don't have enough time to write down 5 tally marks to track that I did my daily goal, the one thing that matters most to me to change my life in 90 days. And then, even if you did log it every day and you look back and you got 1s, 2s, and 3s every day,
Yeah.
well, no wonder why you didn't reach that goal. Right?
Yeah.
So this is just a system in order to get 5 points every day, a point for each one of the letters, and then that way you can look back, and it's just been documented for the last however long, 90 days for me, and you can look back and say, yeah, good job, I did it. Or you look back and say, dang it, I didn't do it. Was I not serious enough? Was it too difficult? Is 45 minutes of workout every single day too much? If it is, 2 minutes of burpees. Is calling somebody and having a 1-hour conversation too much? Or should I just send them an appreciation text? It can't take up a huge chunk of our lives because we work, 8 to 12 hours a day?
Depending.
Yeah.
Sometimes
and then
even more.
Plus travel, and then, family and friends and girlfriends and Craigslist.
Craigslist? I'm
So-
going to be on Craigslist a lot.
Yeah, he is. I won't be.
I'll do the Craigslist thing for him. I'll
So,
keep him off by trading him the addiction.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So that's just that's the deal. Is it's 5 points every day. If you don't get them, it was a fail of a day. So you either have a successful day or a fail of a day. And if you don't get 5, it was a fail. If you get 5, it was a success.
Burpees do kill you.
As far as everything else goes, September 1st, I'm starting the YouTube video. Go subscribe. Hit like on the videos you like. Leave comments or questions. Email me at mattbeans@mattbeans.com. And do you have any questions?
Oh, really?
All right. Well, sweet. Thanks, Kordell. Let's get some sleep. We got to go to work kind of early tomorrow in the hot sun in the tank. We're not making excuses and we're not crying about it. It's just hot.
It's pretty toasty in there. I'm guessing around 120.
So, all right, guys. You guys take care. We're going to hang out. So,
Eat some dibs.
make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys comment, email me, hit like on some of my super cool Facebook pictures that I actually don't take.
It's all Mark.
It's all Mark. Mark's total.
He's the photographer.
He's the photographer. So
That's
thank you,
why
Mark.
I don't see very many of him.
Yeah. Thank you, Mark, for your pictures, and have a good night, guys. Bye.